sad thing to watch. From
I just
childhood, you
can't
had been
believe it.
watching um, Mission Impossible for so many years, man.
Every word.
It's something very emotional that to see the movie, the sequence, or the
CIA
franchise
Black
end this
break-in.
way, because
This was your calling, your destiny. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
hey guys, just stepped out of the theater after watching Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. My brain is still trying to process what just happened. Was it a masterpiece, a mess, or something like that? Grab your snacks because we are breaking down every twist and plot hole in today's movie review. Let's get into it.
McHugh and I went through every step of this aerial sequence.
Tom and I had to develop the choreography.
We're gonna do rolls, loops, hammerheads.
We can do this now.
Okay.
We can do it.
When Tom is on the wing, we have to communicate by a hand signal because the winds are from 100 to 140 miles an hour.
I had been a biggest fan of this franchise for many years. Right from my childhood, I used to watch Mission Impossible TV series, and then Mission Impossible 1 to Paramount Pictures. You know what I mean. So this was the eighth sequel, and I was very excited. I just booked my tickets, took my family, my son. He's the little one. He slept during the movie. He said that I'm getting bored. I'm getting bored. So I couldn't do anything about it. But overall, we had fun. I'll try to be brutally honest about what I liked and what I didn't like about the movie. I think Tom Cruise did a very good job. He's a very dedicated um, director, and he's very much dedicated to his stunts that he does by himself. And that's why I'm a very big fan of the franchise. I think he always tries to chase perfection, which I personally believe that perfection cannot be achieved. But if you try to chase perfection, you end up doing something very marvelous. So what I will do is in this video, I will share my thoughts, what I didn't like first, and then I will give my thoughts on what I liked in the movie, and share my reviews about the sequences and the storyline and everything in the movie. So the thumbs down of the movie were that the first 30 minutes of the movie were flashbacks, all flashbacks from the previous sequels. And I think half of the movie was all talking. There was like camera always on the face of people explaining things, too many things to explain, a lot of sequences from the old sequels, and too many clips. So I thought that what I believe is that like Tom Cruise wanted to, give a tribute to his franchise, and, give something like flashback from the old sequels for the people who didn't watch the movie. Like there is new generation coming up, they don't necessarily watch all the sequences. So it's kind of a thing that he wanted to explain, but it dragged the movie, I honestly believe, too much. Another thing that I didn't like about the movie was like um, losing your friend, like an old crew member who has always been there in the movies. I think it was unnecessary to take him out of the movie like that, giving him an end. I just don't want to spoil your your experience about the movie. But yeah, I think that I didn't like that, and something, yeah, it was something off for me. I think the submarine sequence was dragged too much. I was on my knees. I was on the edge of my seat. I just wanted to see when he went inside the submarine. It was so much. It was a suspense sequence for me. I just wanted to see how he, opens the something, what is inside the submarine with the key. But I think this sequence was dragged too much, and it was just simple in the end. It took a lot of time to stay in that sequence. Nothing exciting happened. I didn't like the idea, like putting all his past wins in a, and like pushing it into something like this, that all his wins led to something that created another villain that made something very strong to stand against him in the final sequence. I think that for me personally, it was like throwing garbage on the older sequences, because I didn't want it to see any sequence overlapping anyone. I understand that there are some characters linked to the past. I totally get it, but doing this in a way that you are making somebody strong, creating an enemy from the all previous sequences, it was a turn off for me. There was a fight sequence in the movie that had a funny thing in it, and you know what I mean. I think it was not supposed to happen, because the movie was going in a serious pace, and you cannot like change the intensity of the movie. I think it was unnecessary. So Ethan's girlfriend, so-called girlfriend in the movie, she had a gun, and the lady was telling her to fight the bear. I was really really looking forward to a bear fight, but it just didn't happen, unfortunately. And also the thing that Ethan dived in deep, so much deep to the marine, and he lost his suit, and he had to um, come up come up naked. It was something that was unrealistic. It didn't make sense to me. And also, you entirely cut out the sequel where she comes and saves Ethan. I think it had to be there somehow. I couldn't see it. I couldn't believe that it happened. And I don't know why, but yeah, this was something that I didn't like. I think overall the movie storyline wasn't good. In the end, it lacked a storyline, because it was a sequel from the last part, from the last year. And it was like, I thought that when I was watching the movie, it was very very predictable to me. So the things that I really liked about the movie, I have to absorb everything in. I will try not to forget stuff. I really liked the aeroplane sequence, the aeroplane action sequence with yellow and red aeroplane. I think it was very realistic. The stunt was good, and I liked the overall action in the movie. I think it was awesome as always. Mission Impossible is something that it always puts you on the edge of the seats. And also, I think the AI thing in the movie that was pretty much obvious from the last sequel. It was something. It was like aligning with the current situation of the entire world right now. I think for me, watching this movie was like watching the entire current situation of the entire world right now, war and stuff like that. I think it was kind of a cool thing that the story ended in a way that, there was no war and everyone backed off and the world was saved, and people took the right steps. They were trying to save each other. It was something that was very positive in the end. And if I'm not forgetting, I think that hack inside the supercomputer and get that thing. I don't want to spoil your experience inside a glass, whatever you call it, a cube, in blink of an eye, was kind of a very cool thing to watch. I felt sad in the end that, as you guys know, that Tom said that he's not um, making another sequel. Who knows? I'm not buying this shit. I never bought this shit. Please, to be really, really honest. But I think it was a sad thing to watch. From childhood, you had been watching um, Mission Impossible for so many years, man. It's something very emotional that to see the movie, the sequence or the franchise end this way, because there is no replacement for Tom Cruise. I personally don't think that somebody will replace him. I think this franchise uh, should close or shut down, or it should be end of this franchise with Tom Cruise. I don't want to see another person replacing him. But maybe, who knows, in the future something cool happens. But overall, my experience was good. I had good time with my family. I was having a very good day after so many stressful days, and I thought that, I was looking for good food, and it came into my mind that Mission Impossible is there, so why not watch it. I was in a good mood, and I had my family with me, and I think the entire crowd, they liked the movie. It was fun to watch always. But sad thing, we might not be seeing Tom Cruise again. Yeah, pretty much it. This is my thought, my take on the movie, and I think you guys like my review. If you like my channel and if you want more reviews and more interesting stuff coming to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share, and also post your comments, your thoughts about the movie. So thank you so much again, guys. See you very soon.